Was the last time you were truly starving? Sure, we often say, oh man, I am so hungry. But when was the last time you were actually on the verge of starvation? For many, food insecurity is a real thing. It is defined as when people don't have enough to eat and don't know where their next meal will come from. It's estimated that 47 million people in the US alone, including 14 million children, experience food insecurity every year. 47 million people in the United States. It's hard to wrap your head around that. Let's try to make it a little more palatable to where we live. In 2022, in Sussex County alone, 32,050 individuals were food insecure. That's 13.3% of the total population. We know we can't solve the problem, but we also know that we can make a difference. But we need your help. It's time for 2.5 in 2025. This November and December, we have set a goal to collect 2.5 tons. That's 5,000 pounds of food, and we need your help. We've partnered with 2 local organizations who will be able to distribute the food that is collected: the Milton Community Food Pantry and the Shepherd's Office in Georgetown. 2.5 in 2025. Let's go. The You Ask, the Pros Answer podcast. Do you have questions about an upcoming exterior contracting project? We've got answers. Welcome to the You Ask, the Pros Answer podcast. Hey, welcome to the You Ask the Pros Answer podcast. Your questions answered by the pros you trust, presented by Pro Exteriors. Hey, welcome to a very special episode of the podcast. If you're joining us today, Tuesday, October 14th, you'll notice that it's a little bit different because we are live. So everything that happens today is completely unedited. But it's also special because we are deviating from our normal MO, our normal mode of programming, where we usually answer one of your exterior home remodeling questions. And we are co-opting today's show to introduce to you something that we are excited about, we are passionate about. And to help me with today's conversation, I have invited Pro Exteriors marketing assistant, oh my goodness. This is typically where I would go back and I would edit things and you wouldn't know that I said anything silly or messy. Anyway, we have Pro Exteriors marketing assistant extraordinaire, Kara Hignut. Kara, how is it going?
It's going great. How are you, Cole?
I'm doing pretty well. So just to give people a peek behind the curtain, we had scheduled this show to begin live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 11 o'clock came and went. I checked our Facebook page and YouTube channel and nothing was happening. I realized I had programmed things incorrectly. So things are off to a really good start. Anyway, let's start with some banter, some small talk. What is the weather like there in Milton today?
Oh gosh, it's been pretty gross the past couple of days. So it's misting and it's cold and windy. It doesn't really look like it's raining outside, but then when you go outside, it's miserable.
Yeah, audience. So about a year or so ago, my family and I moved to Northern Kentucky. And so I'm always interested to find out what the weather is like there in Southern Delaware. I actually, believe it or not, pulled up some weather cameras on the Coast TV website the other day and was able to see the waves crashing down at Rehoboth. And yeah, it looks pretty nasty. It is sunny and like 65 degrees here in Northern Kentucky.
Well, way to rub it in our face, Cole.
Yep. All right. But weather and small talk is not what we're here to talk about today. Spoiler alert, we're here to talk about Pro Exteriors annual food drive. Kara, you and I have both been part of Pro Exteriors for the last year plus. And I think in that time, we've caught the vision from Aaron, our boss, the owner and president of the company. And we understand the importance of giving back to the community that we work in every day. So I was wondering if you could share with us. We talk a lot about the Community Pro Pledge, but sometimes I think we forget what it is. So I was wondering if you could just share with us what the mission of Pro Exteriors Community Pro Pledge is.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it's right on our website. So if you guys ever forget or interested in learning more about the Community Pro Pledge, it's right on askproexteriors.com. And I'll read you a little blurb from our Community Pro Pledge page. At Pro Exteriors, we embrace a steadfast commitment to our local communities nestled within the picturesque landscape of the Delmarva Peninsula. Through our initiative, the Community Pro Pledge, we commit to foster enduring connections, enhance livelihoods, and enrich the fabric of our neighborhoods. With unwavering dedication, we strive to empower, uplift, and support the diverse tapestry of individuals and family within our service area. By actively engaging in
Philanthropic. That's a
philanthropic, that's, I didn't know that was in that paragraph. Endeavors, volunteerism, and collaborative partnerships, we aim to cultivate environments where everyone thrives. Together, let us embark on a journey of meaningful impact, ensuring that every corner of the Delmarva Peninsula flourishes with compassion, resilience, and opportunity. And you can give Cole credit for writing that because I would never use so many vocabulary words.
I apologize for giving you about 30 seconds notice before we went live that I was going to ask you to read that. And I got to be honest, I forgot that philanthropic was in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the gist of that is many of us that work at Pro Exteriors are from the area that we serve every day. So Aaron is a Sussex County boy. Kara, you grew up in Sussex County, right?
I did, yes.
In fact, I think most of our team, is from Southern Delaware, the Eastern Shore of Maryland. I might be one of the only outliers in that, but I grew to love that area while I lived there. And Aaron is just instilled in all of us that without the community where we live, Pro Exteriors does not exist. And so we all want to leave the area better than when we found it. In fact, the tagline for the whole pledge is building a stronger Delmarva together. And so today I want to focus on the together part, because this is not a solo effort. The annual food drive that Pro Exteriors does not do it without many partners. So let's just start at the beginning, get some details out of the way. Kara, when is the drive taking place this year?
Yeah, we're starting a little earlier than we did last year. So the drive will run from November 1st to December 31st.
Yeah, so it's the middle of October now. We haven't even hit Halloween. We still have Thanksgiving to go, but we realized last year that the goal that was set even last year, which is slightly less than this year, we really would have benefited from having a little bit more time to get everybody on board and to do the thing. And so, this year we're starting a little bit earlier. All right, so we know the date of it, 2.5 in 2025. We said it in the video. What does that mean? What does the 2.5 mean?
Yeah, so 2.5 means 2.5 tons of food, which roughly translate to about 5,000 pounds of food. And so last year we did 2.4 in 2024. So just keeping up with the years as they go by.
Yeah, I think 23 was the first year that we did the food drive. And this is all at the leadership of Aaron thinking, hey, it's year 2023. Let's do 2.3 tons of food. I don't know if he thought through that long term, but we're going for it because at some point we're going to have truckloads of food, which will just be awesome. But okay, so the dates, we know November 1st through October 31st. We know what 2.5 in 2025 means. What are we going to be doing with the food? Because we don't have a need for it, within our small staff necessarily. Who's going to be benefiting from the donations this year?
Yeah, so at the end of the drive, we will load everything up and organize and index it, and we will drop it off to the Milton Community Food Pantry and the Shepherd's office in Georgetown. So we split all those donations as evenly as we possibly can and hand them out to the pantry and the Shepherd's office, and they work on distributing that food from there.
Yeah. So last year, I think, was the first year that we had done it like this, where we kind of split the donations, right? Yeah. So the Milton Community Food Pantry, it's right in the name. It's right here where we are based in Milton, and we do a ton of work in Georgetown. And I believe the guy's name is Jim.
Yep,
Right?
Jim Martin.
Jim Martin. Yeah. So they're an awesome organization helping people, not just around holiday times where people are already in the giving spirit, but they're helping out every day of the year. And so this will hopefully just lighten their load a little bit. Okay. So we know the dates are November 1st through December 31st. We know that 2.5 in 2025 means we have set a goal to collect 2.5 tons or 5,000 pounds of food. We know that this year, just like last year, the Milton Community Food Pantry and the Shepherd's office in Georgetown are going to be the recipients. All right. Now, call to action of sorts. We said that we're going to focus on the together part of building, oh my goodness, building a stronger Delmarva together. How can people get involved this year? Could you walk us through that?
Yeah, so there's a ton of options for you to get involved, and you'll find them all on our website. So, of course, the most obvious one would be finding us somewhere in our office, finding an exterior specialist in their truck anywhere, and dropping off a food donation directly to them. And you'll be able to see that all on our website where the drop off locations are as we add them throughout the year. You could offer a monetary donation, which goes straight to our budget for buying these bulk foods from a store like BJ or Costco's. And then, of course, you could always share the word, share our episode, share our posts, let your friends know. Really just getting the word out there that the food drive is going on, and hopefully somebody on your timeline will see that.
Yeah. So last year, and this has kind of been the MO, Aaron is not a fan of not reaching goals that are set, like in a good way. He's like, if we set a goal, we're going to reach it. And so if donations end up coming up shy of the 2.5 tons, chances are we're going to do what we can to close the gap. But we don't have a specific budget. We don't have a surplus of funds that are just like, all right, well, we're just going to go out and buy thousands of dollars worth of food, right? So if people donate, if they're like, I can't get to the grocery store, it's going to be hard for me to transport a bunch of canned goods. Yeah, you can call our office. You can click the button right there on the website and either mail in a check, and you can be assured that the money is going directly to the food that's purchased, which will then be delivered to the Milton Community Food Pantry and the Shepherd's office. What kind of food are we talking about here? I think most of us have participated in a food drive before, but could you just give us here? I'm even going to pull up the donation list. Just list off some of what people can donate. You can read right from this list if you want to. If you can see it. I don't know.
There's no vocabulary words on this. We've all participated in a food drive before. No items that are going to get smushed easily or expire within a week. You want the non-perishable items and things that require very little to prepare. For example, like a macaroni and cheese, you want to get the one that just needs water, not milk and eggs and butter or whatever. Canned meat is great. Pasta, sauce, peanut butter is great. Things along those lines.
All right. So let's say somebody does their normal grocery shopping. They remember the food drive, but they don't remember where what food items they need to get, or what is acceptable. I'm going to throw up a QR code right now. So if you are watching, you can grab your phone if you're watching on a computer, maybe take a screenshot, but that'll take you directly to the food drive webpage. And if you click on donate food, there will take you to another page that gives you the donation list. So you can actually take that with you to the grocery store, and then you can actually find a donation site, drop it off beginning November 1st. Kara, what happens if somebody, for whatever reason, can't get to a donation site? What then?
Yeah, you are more than welcome to give us a call. Again, visit our website, submit a form. We'll come pick up the donations. Just let us know about this general size of your donation. If you're leaving an Amazon box or if you're leaving a whole pallet, we'll come pick it up.
Cool. All right. I would say the biggest need as we are recording this today is that we just need to find places that are willing to be a collection site. Would you agree with that?
Yep, that's a huge part of what we're needing as of today.
All right. So you've been spearheading this initiative. In fact, if somebody fills out the form on the website, you're the one that receives the message saying, hey, I'd like to be a collection site. Could you walk us through what that process looks like the actual process of becoming a site, but then also what it looks like to be a donation site?
Yeah, so you can, if you're interested in being a collection site, anybody could submit the form on our website, send us an email, give us a call at the office. Really, all it requires of your local business is to have a spot for the donation box and to hand over your business hours to us so we can put it on our website. But other than that, we'll handle picking up all the donations, promoting it on our social media and our website. So if you're a local business, you get a little bit more foot traffic, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think you probably heard more than I did last year from the collection sites, but it was super easy, right? And did you hear any stories from anybody last year about what it meant to them? Or I didn't prep you for this question, so if the answer is no, that's okay.
Yeah, I think anybody who I talked to last year about just having the donation box, it was only a positive experience. You get to chat with people who are coming in, and it really makes you feel good knowing that you're doing something to give back.
Yeah, and I know that Aaron's heart and the heart of Pro Exteriors is to, again, to not just do good as a business, but to do good as a community and to encourage other organizations to come together. So this is a team effort. This is a collaborative effort. All right. So I just want to recap a little bit. So we've talked about that the food drive begins November 1st. It'll go through the end of the year. 2.5 in 2025 means that we've set a goal to collect 2.5 tons or 5,000 pounds of non-perishable food items. It's benefiting the Milton Community Food Pantry and the Shepherd's Office in Georgetown. You shared with us the 3 different ways people can get involved. So they can either just straight up donate food, their business can become a collection site, or they can give financially. Is there anything else that I am forgetting or that I've missed that you recall?
Yeah, I think we've hit on a lot of the details. Just trying to get the word out and letting people know what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Yeah, I think the last thing that maybe I'll say is when you do visit askproexteriors.com/2025-food-drive, or if you follow that QR code that's on screen now, just poke around on there if you want to learn a little bit more about the food pantry or the Shepherd's Office. We have their websites linked right there. You can vet them for yourself. We know that that money is tight for many of us, and so that we want to make sure that anything that we're giving extra is going to a good cause. So if you have any doubts at all, don't take our word for it. Visit their websites. The drop-off locations are going to be populating down here. Right now we have Pro Exteriors, and I know we have at least one more business on board as of this recording, but we're going to continue to update the site as it goes. I think that is it. Kara, I do want to thank you for being part of things today and for rolling with the punches of my last minute changes to things. Yeah, thanks for being part of things.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on today. I'm happy to talk about it.
All right, everybody, that is all we have for you today on this special episode of the You Ask the Pros Answer podcast. Would you please continue to help us get the word out about the show? The best way to do that is to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or rate us and review us on any of the platforms where you get your podcasts. Also, if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Before we go, we want to hear from you. What are some of the questions that you have related to exterior home remodeling? Again, this was a different kind of episode for us. Typically, we tackle your questions. You can send those questions to info@askproexteriors.com and place "You Ask" in the subject. If you are facing an upcoming home project, we hope that most of our episodes help you tackle them with confidence. Remember, knowledge is power, and a little bit of research can go a long way. Until next time, happy homeowning.